Hello, I'm Dinus the Mirror.
For black Americans who are tired of racism in America, tired of white supremacy in America, and who are considering relocating to Africa, the Captain Black American is saying you're wasting your time going to Africa because the white supremacists control Africa through organizations like africom. That's the question.
Okay, that's the question to me?
Yeah.
I'm already here, home, so
Yeah.
I'm here 30 years, so forget that one.
Okay, so tell everybody where we're at. We're in Nigeria.
Yeah, we're in black area. In Latin, it's called Nigeria. We're being shown something. An obelisk? Okay. I've been here before, but this is new to me. Okay. We're in Oshogbo, by the way.
Oshogbo, Nigeria.
Ocean State, Nigeria, black area.
Have you ran into any white supremacy while you've been here in Oshogbo? Oh, I'm sorry, in Nigeria?
Nigeria.
Have you ran into any white supremacy?
I've run into a couple of white South Africans and a couple of Europeans and even one or two Caucasian Americans and some Indians who feel, and Lebanese and others who feel superior to our own brethren here. I've run into that. Are they as overt? Blatantly, they can't pull that off too easy here because you have to deal with somebody black here, even if it's to get a stamp to get into the country.
Right.
But I've met some Belgians and some others that felt, oh, this is just our colony or our country because of the Berlin Conference attitude. I've run into that.
Right. But is it as in your face and aggressive as racism in America?
They can't be in Nigeria.
Right.
Nigeria has 200 million people. How many non-blacks are here? I mean, you'll get run out of here sooner or later.
Okay. So again, the whole africom question, which is America's military that's here in Africa.
Where are they in Africa? Nigeria said no. So,
but again, well, see, this is the thing, John.
Their presence is everywhere, even via satellite.
But this is the issue, John. In one hand, they say Africa's not monolithic, but in another, when it comes to certain things like AFRICOM, they want to make it seem as Africa is monolithic in regards to America just controls all 55 countries in Africa, and at any minute they could just invade, and the black man basically
because of AFRICOM.
Yeah.
Well,
do you feel threatened by AFRICOM here in Nigeria?
No. Are they going to kill 200 million of us here? Do you think they can do that without a lot of them perishing first? Is that AFRICOM's objective? I think AFRICOM's primary objective is to be sure they can get enough metals to run nuclear power plants, make cell phones, and do moonshots and other precious metals and minerals that they need to keep taps on. That's my personal opinion about why AFRICOM's around. Otherwise, just to kill people, they don't have to be here. Send in the drones. I mean, you know. Do you remember, or did you hear about this American contrail jet that flew in about 10, 12 years ago?
No.
And the Nigerian Air Force forced it down and said, "What are you doing here?"
No. No, this I didn't.
Kept him on the ground for 3 days and said, "Get out."
No.
Yeah, it happened.
But per, the Captain Black Americans, as I call them,
That's what they are, captains.
Well, what I mean by Captain Black America is
what authority are they? I mean, are they elected by
no, they're
60-odd million blacks and mixed breeds over there?
No.
So,
okay. Pause the video. We gotta go eat. Okay.
Okay, we'll be back.
Okay.
Friends, all the time watches woman, where they meet each other.
And the way they've got people spooked, even Black Americans, is that the minute you step out of Murtala Airport, Boko Haram is going to be there waiting for you.
Yeah, exactly. And I used to tell the Americans too. I said, I'm afraid to go to America. I said, why? Because you guys shooting each other. I don't want to get shot in the streets. Say, I come on, joke. It's not that bad. I said, good. It's not that bad in Africa. Because when I was in New York and I was going back, I said, what? You're going back? I said, yeah. But Africans don't go back. I said, what do you mean Africans don't go back? No, I thought you were going to stay. And, I said, I'm going back to my country. Because I'm free where I am.
Right.
You understand? I can do whatever I want to do. No one's going to look at me in one kind of strange color. I can tell the white man to his face to fuck off.
Let me. With that being said, are Africans in Africa freer than Black Americans in America?
Yes. Yes. All right. They're freer. A lot more freer. You understand? Because let me tell you one thing. I don't know how long you've been in Nigeria and how long you've been in Africa.
I've been coming back and forth to Africa since 2011.
Since 2011. So you understand that, look, the average, in quote, poor person, let's say the Okada, the Okada riders, right?
Of course, yeah.
If a guy driving a car hits an Okada rider, those guys are ready to gang up and abuse the hell out of him.
Right.
They don't give a damn who he is. They'll tell him to fuck off with whatever and shit and whatever. You get the point. There are no unnecessary rules that contain the natural instincts of a human being. Do you understand what I'm trying to bring out here?
Right.
Now, what am I talking about? The natural instincts of a human being. The natural instincts of a human being is that I see a lovely looking babe, a chick.
Right.
Hey, baby, look gorgeous, this and that, and just give her a friendly pat on the back.
Okay.
The African knows that he's not going to be sweet for that. For sexual harassment, for just giving a pat on the back, or being labeled sexist. Because man, gosh, you're gorgeous, your ass is what. You get the point.
In America, Me Too is going to
Me
show
Too
up to your
movement,
door.
all sort of shit.
Yeah.
You understand? So you're not even sure.
You saw David Chappelle.
Hold on, go ahead. I'll give you take
the point. So you're not even sure of what you're gonna do, what you're supposed to do in America. For instance, you get the point. Let me give you an example. I had a couple of beers, and I was in Brooklyn. I was going to Queens. I had a couple of beers, lots of beers actually. So as I was in a subway, I wanted to pee badly. You get the point?
Yeah.
And I got down from the subway, all right, ran up the staircase, looking for a public toilet. They said the public toilets have been shut or whatever.
Right.
And I got out into the open, and I said, gosh, man, you can't pee in this. I just looked for one place and I peed. I said, well, if they're going to lock me up, I'm not going to pee my pants. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in Africa, before you walk 2 blocks, you understand, you see one gutter, you just take a pee and you're moving.
Right.
But I'm not saying...
Right next to the police guy.
But what I'm trying to bring out is there's more freedom of expression as a black man in Africa. Parents in America now are teaching their children how to act
so they don't offend white people. White people not get killed. Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And how can
don't wear your hoodie.
Yeah.
Don't go out at night.
Don't go out at night. When you say police officer, stop, put your hands up.
Don't wear your pants at your knees.
Exactly. Do you understand what I'm saying? So there's so many restrictions and they'll grow up living that way, and for how long?
All right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Talk the Queen's English.
I talk the Queen's English. Yeah. I don't want to gonna. While they're trying to talk Queen's English over there in America, now majority of African young ones are trying to talk American English. You understand? I want to Ghana. You understand? And they'll mix up American English and British English and Jamaican English. They don't even understand where are you coming from.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So, but it's all part of the brainwashing, the subliminal messages that are going on all over the world, which is being brought by the internet, which is being brought by TV stations like BET, MTV Base and stuff. MTV Base is supposed to be showing not hip hop. If MTV Base is supposed to be African music channel, they should be showing some more traditional music to portray that this is Africa, so that there'll be a difference between what they're seeing in America.
Yeah, but we don't own MTV.
True. That's we don't own the distribution.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The subliminal messages and their agenda is being also brought in by these channels which Nigerians and other Africans watch as a yardstick as success.
Right.
Do you understand? The difference between the average American hip hop artist that is rich, he does not own his Lamborghini.
True.
But the
Akon was saying
Nigerian
that.
guy, the whiskey, buys his own Lamborghini. He owns it. Do you understand what I'm trying to bring out here? A whiskey, they own their own Lamborghinis. They buy them. You understand?
And he's not even a musician.
Huh? Thank you.
I was gonna stop this real quick. I gotta chill.
Then, look. Let me say something. America is becoming very dangerous to live in. Let's be honest. You get the point. Because one, this Me Too movement went on. It's the woman's world
More dangerous than Africa with Africa.
Let me say what. No,
that's the argument. That's the argument. That's the argument. Africom.
Okay,
they're gonna take over Africa. And the Chinese. They're gonna take over.
Look, let me tell you one thing. Africans have been surviving from day one and from ages. All right, and all these ones will still pass. They did the slave trade, they colonized, they divided, they whatever, it will come and it will pass. The Chinese are coming in because they understand what's going on and they're trying to colonize or whatever. At the end of the day, it will pass. But their countries are infested with earthquakes, with tornadoes, with whatever, all sorts of crap and whatever. But the most important thing there is that they do not have the fundamental human rights that they think they have.
Right.
Do you understand? And what am I saying? I have human rights. Human rights. Fella sang that song. Human rights is my property. You cannot give me my property. And like you rightly pointed, what you said just now. Okay, the girl says, I have a daughter. She goes into the toilet and someone dude following her into the bathroom. I said, what the fuck is this guy going to the bathroom? Right. You understand? Worst case scenario, I said, look, all right, I want to go to the bathroom. Let's go to a church or something, a normal church or whatever, and look if we can go to a bathroom there. We don't go into any public bathroom. You get the point. Now let's even assume, okay, the women can go into the men's bathroom. Okay, I go into the bathroom, taking a pee, and a white lady comes out and shouts, "Hey, I was raped." I said, I didn't do anything. Now the issue now is that do they have cameras inside the bathroom to be sure? So some people are looking at you through some surveillance camera taking a pee because they're not sure if someone's going to rape somebody.
They have it all.
Huh?
Big brothers everywhere.
Thank you. You get the point. But we don't have any big brother here in Africa yet. It doesn't go to that extent. Do you understand what I'm saying? That you cannot even do anything. Some states, I was reading that recently because I'm very curious about America because I like visiting that place. But I said, why Trump is there, I'm not going to go. Some states are not claiming that, look, that facial recognition technology, they should stop it. They don't want it in their states. You understand? Anywhere you go to, they know, oh, that's this guy. Oh, he's going that way. Oh, he's going this way. Mission Impossible, all of a sudden. What's this other guy's other film that we've been watching? I think these films will prepare us for this kind of shit that goes on.
Yeah.
James Bond.
You know the films are like predict the future or like
exactly.
Yeah.
You know, remember James Bond?
Propaganda building up to it.
You know.
You said Mission Impossible. Or what about the one that Tom Cruise was in?
Born Identity.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, come on. Like that we are stressing all over the freaking place. I'm like, whoa. You know.
But John, what's your thoughts on the whole, like we've been talking about? I know we talked about it some in the show, but the africom. I mean, even though Black Americans, they get the civil rights violated every day, but Africa's worse because of africom and the Chinese.
Dude,
and you've been here.
You brought that up. Did AFRICOM actually get a headquarters in Africa? Nigeria said no and had to run it from Berlin or somewhere, right? Nigeria said no.
I don't know, but that's the main
there's
excuse.
3 U.S. drone airports in Niger Republic.
Right.
And those drones can go all the way up to the Mediterranean and all the way down to Gabon and back. Do you understand?
Right.
And also halfway across Africa.
Right.
And you know if they're over here, they're already over there somewhere. You understand?
Right. So should
that's not including the small destroyer or aircraft carriers that also have drones. But there's 3 drone airports in Niger.
Okay.
So they can fly to East Africa and back, fly to Southern Central, and fly to North Africa on one flight reconnaissance. And you know them things are flying 24/7.
Okay.
Come on.
So should that?
They know where Boko Haram is.
Okay.
I think they're backing them. But
Okay.
anyway.
But what I'm asking, John, should that deter? Or okay, here we go, John. Are
Africans freer in Africa? Are they freer than Black Americans in America? Are Africans in Africa freer than Black Americans in America?
Well, there's a lot more cameras and surveillance going on in the United States.
Right.
So it's more locked down. I mean, if you're in any major city in the United States.
And John, you've been in Nigeria for how long? And you're Black American?
30 years.
30 years, okay.
If you walk down any street, any downtown section of any of the top 50 cities in the United States, or you go into McDonald's, or you go into
Burger King,
the coffee shop,
Starbucks.
Cameras are everywhere.
Yeah. But from a white supremacy taking over Africa.
Oh, wait now. Remember I brought this up that there was a John Bircher, he's a researcher, I'm trying to remember his name. He gives excellent conspiracy conference talks. He said that the only black leader he had real respect for was Malcolm X. Now, this is John Bircher.
Okay.
Out of Arizona, California, or Utah somewhere, right? He said that his reasoning is Malcolm, you know, he did that speech in Harlem on the soapbox after he had left the Nation of Islam. And he said that Malcolm said it publicly, that the Ku Klux Klan and the Nation of Islam both have the same paymasters. Now, Du Bois wrote that in code. You understand?
Right.
Because he knew who the sponsors of NAACP and the Crisis magazine were. The Spingarn brothers, who were financed by the Rothschild money. Okay, which is also who backed Cecil Rhodes. So that puzzle, or that matrix, has already been solved by us if we read back into history.
Okay.
This is a white John Bircher saying the only black leader he respected was Malcolm X, who you knew as Malcolm Jones before he changed his name,
Malcolm Little,
whose parents used to live in the same house with Marcus Garvey. The Littles, right?
Right.
When when Marcus was moving around, he got to Detroit and then he was staying with the Littles. That's where Malcolm was born. And one of the first ladies to wear the black uniform dress of UNIA, and one of the first guys was Malcolm's parents. A lot of people, they disconnect that story. Do you know that?
Yeah, I didn't know.
And then Malcolm founded the OAAU, the Organization of Afro-American Unity, right before he died. But he also came over here to talk with Zeke and Awolowo
and the guy in
and
Kenya,
Biko,
Pinto in Kenya,
Lumumba and Kenyatta and Nkrumah and Diouf.
Yeah.
He came and met with these guys and said, you guys should start the OAU. It was Malcolm who did that, man. A lot of people don't know that. And the OAAU still exists. Now the OAU is now AU. At least the symbolism in there.
or Jamaica.
She was running his bank accounts in Europe. Remember that.
So Cashin, are Black Americans freer in America than Africans in Africa?
Freer?
Yes.
We have access to some economics that's superior than most Africans.
True.
Because we have a 1 point something trillion dollar economy just amongst ourselves.
Allegedly.
Mostly throw away. We give
Exactly,
it to Nike,
throw it away, yeah.
We give it to Gucci.
Yeah.
We give it to Ford.
Louis Vuitton.
We give it to
Mercedes, yeah.
That's what we're doing with our money. McDonald's, Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
We're not going to the soul food joints.
Right.
We're going to the sports bars and the
strip clubs, yeah.
And the strip clubs.
So who's freer?
Their hotels.
So who's freer?
We are potentially freer.
Potentially.
But an African in his own country, in his own citizenship, to me, if he has some economics,
right,
he's probably freer.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, because everything's locked down over there.
True.
Literally.
True.
Over here, you have money, you don't have money. Like I say, you got community. You can't eat. You go to your village and pull the fruit off the trees, or pull the yam out of the ground.
My buddy in
We ain't
Benin.
got that back home.
My buddy in Benin, we were pulling coconuts, just drinking fresh coconut water,
Straight.
straight from the
Palm
tree.
wine,
Yeah, drinking
Papa.
straight. Yeah. Papa.
banana,
You know, but the thing is, like I said,
organic,
Mhm.
no GMO,
Right.
no Monsanto.
No, exactly.
and one thing I have to understand about, but because there was a question, some African Americans came to us, what does freedom mean to you? We're asking people, what does freedom mean to you?
Right.
And freedom is to some people, okay, free speech, free movement, free whatever,
You have independent
independence and stuff.
determination of your
You get the point. Now, we're talking about free,
and economics.
economically free and stuff. Like I said, the most important freedom anybody wants is freedom and the peace of the mind.
Right.
You get the point. That you can move, walk, do anything you want legally in the place where you are,
Right.
but also not being scared of whatever may be a repercussion of something that will come to you naturally. And I give that example earlier. I say, beautiful lady, gosh, you are gorgeous, right? Oh, I don't want to get to say I'm being sexist. I've sexually harassed her. You understand? If I want to go to the beach, for instance, you understand? I want to pluck a coconut from the tree. I should be able to do that without any repercussions. You get the point? If I'm pressed, all right, and there's a forest somewhere, you understand? I should be go into that forest and take a
Make
poop.
the land fertile.
Exactly. You get the point. If I like what do you call it, an antelope or a grass cutter, and I want to go hunt it.
Grass cutter, yes.
Just to
delicious. Love grass cutter.
You understand?
Don't eat red meat.
I don't want any animal rights or animal rights come and tell me that I was cruel to that animal because before their forefathers were born, and let's not forget the white people were the barbarians of this world. You know, you get the point. They were the ones that had to using skin and everything. Where were they getting the skin to cover themselves? Because of the cold. We only needed leaves because we had a hot.